Hey, this is a big rich town. I just come from the poet's part. Bright light, city life, I gotta make it. This is where it goes down. I just happen to come up hard. Legal or illegal, baby, I gotta make it.
I never took a straight path nowhere. Life's full of twists and turns, bumps and bruises. I live, I learn. I'm from that city full of yellow cabs and skyscrapers. It's hard to get a start in these parts without paper. Homie, I grew up in hell, a block away from heaven. That corner age 15 minutes, it move at 7. Pure snow, bag it, then watch it go. Occupational options, get some blow or some hoes. Shoot the ball of the
What's going on, Cigar World? What's going on, Cigar Enthusiasts? This is your boy Jack, the Cigar Enthusiast, and I'm back with another virtual smoke day. And if you don't know already, go ahead and hit that like button, press that share button, hit that subscribe button, hit all those buttons, and make sure that everybody get this work that we about to give y'all tonight. Man, tonight we got a special guest that is off the freaking chain, man. I got the pleasure to meet this brother a couple weeks ago. And I mean, just the dynamics and the conversation that we're having is just off the charts. But before we go ahead and get into that, let's press the brake pedal real quick. Make sure y'all get into that comment box. Give me that what up, give me that hey, so you can go ahead and get a shout out on this virtual smoke day. With that being said, if you haven't already, go ahead. If you're watching on the watch party, hit that share button, man. Let's get everybody going. Add it to all the groups. If I already added to the group, re-add it to the group so we can get more and more people to see this. Also, if you haven't got your sticks ready, man, go ahead and get your sticks, because tonight we're going to have another banging episode. And like I said before, I can't talk this brother up good enough. This is a brother that not only is a veteran like myself, but he is also out here doing it, man. A young brother that is out here just committed and really following his dreams and his goals, and achieving everything that he wants to achieve. And I think that's the biggest thing. Too many times we get lost in this atmosphere or this climate that the only way to follow our dreams is to sit here and wait for our dreams to come to us. Well, I'm trying to tell you, dreams don't work like that. In order to actually fulfill your dreams, you got to go out there and you got to go get it. Even if it's a leap of faith, even if it don't align with everything that you got going on, even if you don't know how you're going to pay the bills next month, you need to go out there and jump on it. And this brother has truly did this. This guy is running one of the dopest mobile lounge in the East Coast. I want to even say that probably in the United States. Luxe Mobile Lounge is doing the dang thing. They all over the place. And man, what me and this brother got planned for you guys is going to really, really rock it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and introduce Johnny the Cigar Baker.
Hey, what's good,
going
man?
on, brother?
Listen. That was one hell of an introduction, man. You got me over here feeling like the president, man.
Hey, man, look, that's what happens when you come on a virtual smoke day. You feel special because you is special. I don't ask anybody to come up here and sit on this virtual smoke deck. So it's a blessing, brother.
Hey, man, thank you for inviting me, man. I really do appreciate it, man. It's awesome.
Man, off the top, man. Before we even rock and roll and get started, I want to first off and tell you, man, it's you don't see too many young brothers. And when I say young brothers, we're talking people that's 29 and younger, like us. Out here really doing it and running and doing their thing. A lot of people wait till they, 35, they 40, they 45 to really go follow their dreams, because now they got a retirement check or now they got this going. But Johnny, man, I want to let you know, brother, you out there doing your thing. You all over the internet. Everybody talking about you. And that right there is the pathway to a successful business, brother.
Hey, man, listen, man, you and I both know, man, that's by the grace of God. Okay?
Amen.
Come on,
amen. That is correct.
Man. Yes, sir.
When you go out here and you follow his pathway, you ain't got to worry about that mug to turn. Nope. Because he going to take them wheels. Even when you ain't got no more wheels on that mug, he'll keep that mug going.
You out here riding on a donut.
Hey, riding on a donkey. You still trying to figure out how you got there. But, hey, by the grace of God, he got you there, baby.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, Johnny, go ahead, man. I know I gave a great introduction, but, man, that was mediocre to the things that you actually do. Go ahead and tell us a little bit about you, and a little bit about Luxe Mobile Cigar Lounge.
Okay, man, that's too easy. All right, my name is Johnny Anthony. They call me the Cigar Banker. I serve. I'm only 23 years old. I did 6 years in the Army, man. I just got out the Army in March, and one of the reasons why I got out was because I had a real big passion for cigars, man. So I have a business partner, Calvin Jenkins, man, and we both went into business, man, and started Luxe Mobile Cigar Lounge, man.
Yeah.
We picked it up, man. The way this thing happened, man, and I like to say, the way stuff happened, it'll kind of help you figure out if you're going on the right path, man. And I'm not saying that, one of the signs that you're going on the right path is there won't be adversity. But, one of the signs that you're going on the right path is there will be adversity, but you overcome that adversity.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And that's been the journey with Luxe Mobile Cigar Lounge, man. So I've been smoking ever since I was 18 years old, man. I had my first cigar at age 18. So I've been smoking since 18 to 20, almost 24 now, man. So it's been a journey. I turned the passion into something that can make me some money, man. And we've been, serving the community, man, and just pulling up everywhere. And people have been coming, man. And, for South Carolina, I can honestly say this, the low country at least, no one offers the service that we offer in any cigar lounge in the low country. Like we do at Luxe Mobile Cigar Lounge. And I stand by that, and I'm pretty sure our customers can do the same. So.
Yeah. And, and that's the thing about, starting a business. Everybody wants to go ahead and flow into somebody else's idea. You got to have your own idea, and you got to really run with it. You see a lot of these major companies getting these mobile lounges, and it's really just a marketing buzz. And they're not going nowhere with it. It's going to sit in the backyard, the back of their cigar lounge or in the front of their cigar lounge to really draw people in. But what you got going on and what you actually doing, brother, man, this job is crazy. But before we go ahead and start diving into that a little bit more, man, let's go ahead and tell the world what you're smoking on. And then I tell everybody what we smoke. We'll get these cigars lit up.
Man, listen, I took it back, man. We were talking before we got live, man. I'm trying to clean my palate out, man. So I'm starting with the Oliva O. So that's what I'm smoking on tonight, man. The Oliva O.
A nice medium body cigar,
Nice medium body, man. With the margarita, the mango.
Yeah, come on now. And tonight I'm smoking on this Sweet Jane by Deadwood. This is a petite Corona. And I'm also pairing that with the Noble Vines. This is some great wine that's out of California, and it's actually 14 proof. So the complexity of not only this cigar with that red wine, we're gonna have us a good night, man.
That's a wine there, man. Listen, let's toast up.
This is actually the crazy part. Like I was telling you before we got on, this is my first time smoking a Sweet Jane Deadwood. Sweet Deadwood, just for all y'all cigar smokers out there, Deadwood has really been, blowing up in the market right now, especially with that leather roll. That leather roll got so much marketing and publicity, it literally took to the street. And I was watching, I was scrolling through Instagram today, and Drew Estate had posted something about Shark Week and the leather rolls. And one of the customers was like, I want to smoke it, but we can't find it anywhere. And they was like, well, they're coming soon. I said, I surely hope so, because I got a bunch of back orders that I need to fulfill this month. So we need to go ahead. Come on, Drew Estate.
Come on, bring it in. And we actually put an order in for Luxe as well, man, to grab some, man. It's like, man, any of the Deadwood collection, man, we cannot keep on the shelf. And that's, the Deadwood, the acids, and we talked about that, but people like it, so we got to keep on getting it. But they fly off. They go on, man.
Well, what I'm not gonna let you do, Johnny, I'm not gonna let you associate the Deadwood collection with an acid or a Tatiana. I can't let you do that, man. I can't let you do that. We talked about this. Hey, look, the sticks, man, a lot of people get confused, and that's true. But most people get confused when they smoke these cigars, because they smoke these cigars. And what the first thing they taste is out that cold pool, they get the honey flavor. Yeah. But that is the Deadwood standard. Yeah. When you actually smoke this cigar, you're gonna appreciate that little lick right there you get on that.
Yes,
because it's a very complex cigar. Like this
it
one,
is.
we haven't in the, we just right off the first couple pulls. It's a real salt. I mean, I saw peppery and earthy flavor that's
Yeah,
going into this mug. So,
yeah,
I mean, you're not gonna get that in no Cuba Cuba or no
no,
Blondie or no Acid Red or anything of that nature.
no. And so you tell me, man, 'cause I've never smoked the Sweet Jane, but I smoked the Fat Bottom Betty a couple of times. So what's the similarities between the two?
Well, obviously your Fat Bottom Belly is a 60 by a
Yeah,
6 by 60. So
yeah,
you got that's definitely a Gordo size.
yeah.
That one I would say is when you try to you put me on the spot,
Oh man, I'm sorry.
real
Oh
quick
man.
cigar review. And when you try to compare the two, they have a similar body to it. They have a similar build to it. You can definitely tell in this cigar a little bit more Langaro is there. The Flat
Okay.
Bottom Belly use a little bit more Seco and Velato in it. For all
Yeah,
y'all that don't know what that means, the Ligero is the top, the
yeah.
Seco is the middle, the Velato is the bottom. So the lower you go on the plant, the less strength that the tobacco actually have. So you can tell this right off the bat, not only compared to the leather rolls, but the Flat Bottom Belly as well. It really presents a more bolder and
Yeah.
robust, complexity to it. A lot of earthy. But that honey, that little honey tip will give you a
On
little
the
false
cap.
indicator or some stuff. So,
Yeah.
but Johnny, everybody already know the virtual smoke deck is a place where cigar enthusiasts are allowed to actually talk, not only business, but these are the conversations that we typically have
At
on
the cigar shop.
at a cigar lounge. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And a lot
Yeah.
of people don't get those same conversations. Why? Because they don't smoke sticks. They
Yeah.
want to go smoke hookah and do all this and smoke cigarettes. This ain't
It's
what it is.
different. It's
So
different.
what a lot of people don't understand is when we do get into these conversations, a lot of people don't really realize that conversations get really deep in a cigar lounge.
They
It's
do.
not just, about sports, but I'm saying like, one thing that we don't do is
Religion.
politics and religion.
Yeah.
But when we get into every other topic is
Yes.
on the table. And
It's
when
on
I
the
say we're
table.
gonna get into it from Black history to the complexity of a dang cigar, we're gonna get all the way into
Yeah.
it. But
That's
a
it.
lot of people like to know, especially from an ownership perspective, they want to get it to know everything about us. So tell
Okay.
us what really got you into the cigar game and what really, was like, man, I'm gonna go ahead and go on this leap of faith and do this mobile cigar lounge.
Well, like you said, man, it was literally a leap of faith. Last year I was still in the military. I can honestly tell you, man, I would have never thought that I would be in the cigar game this time last year. It would have never crossed my imagination. But I was smoking a lot. It was what I was doing, and but then it got me into cigar lounge ownership. Is number one, I love the complexity of people that come inside of a cigar shop, a cigar lounge. We both are people persons.
Yeah,
People, whatever. And we love people. And I can talk to anybody, man.
yeah,
And cigars bring that medium to where okay, you may be a white guy, you may be a black guy, you may be Hispanic, you may be atheist, you may be Catholic, but shit, we got one thing in common: we like cigars. So
yeah.
we're gonna start there. We're gonna branch out. You know what I'm saying? And I just love having conversations, in the cigar shops, and that's really what led me towards. Okay, you know what? I think this might be something that because man, every time I'm in the shop, I'm honestly tell you, it's not work.
Yeah, it's not.
It is. It's not work at all. At all. I
It's
love it.
not.
I love it, man. And when you get in, when you put yourself in an environment where you can make money, and then it's not work for you, you might be on to some shit. That might be what you created to do, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
you might
That's
have found
coming.
it.
You might have found it, man. You might have found your little space, man. So, and that's where I'm at, man. Every time I'm in that shop, man, meeting people, talking to people. I remember, when Lux first opened up, and the first person that walked in there, and that was their first cigar. And the reaction on their face, like, man, I never smoked a cigar before. I'm like, hey, try this. Like, man, that's not. It was a Fat Bottom Beta that I gave them, actually, was their first cigar.
Uh-huh.
And they're like, ah, man. Man. I mean, I get joy from that. I know you do the same thing, man. You know,
Yeah.
you get a smoker in the family. So I'm like, man, this is where I belong.
Yeah. And, you know, it's crazy that, you know, this is one of those hobbies where it easily becomes a passion. But what a lot of people don't understand is this is one of the hardest industries to be successful in, you know, because you have so many fluctuating prices, you know, throughout the market. You still got to sit here and maintain a standard on that, but you also got to bring back a different type of aura and different type of reasoning why people are going to come to you versus the one down the street or the one around the corner, whatever the case may be. And that's one of those biggest things that, you know, you constantly try to figure out. So when you have a passion for it and just don't see this industry as the billion-dollar industry that it is, you actually have a passion for it, it's a lot easier to enjoy and a lot easier to dive into and really help people. And, you know, speaking of, you know, advising people on their first cigars, I'm a firm believer that, you know, the last thing you want to do as a cigar smoker is refer somebody to a acid blondie or a Cuba Cuba for their first cigar. Make them smoke a real Connecticut cigar. You know, I don't care if they a female or not. They came in there to smoke a cigar, not smoke hookah. You know, so I mean, that's
essentially what it is. Yeah,
I'm just saying, it's just a favorite tobacco. I mean, that's all I'm getting to. But man,
great tobacco.
So are you from the South Carolina area,
Man,
or
born and raised in South Carolina, man. Actually, I grew up in Charleston, South Carolina, right in the heart, man. And then I've lived for the past 13 years in a suburb about 30 minutes outside of Charleston.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, Charleston is home for me, man. I mean, I love it. I love the history. I love the people. I love everything about Charleston, man. I can't see myself living any other way.
Yeah. You know, I got a couple friends that live in Charleston, man, and like I said, hopefully we can work it out for us to be able to take it down there for your grand opening. I think that'll be dope. The only thing is you have to step aside and do a live, but you know, hey, we can work it out. I think we can work it out.
You know damn well I'm gonna be there for your grand opening, man. I'm gonna be in the house.
Man, let's do it. Let's do it.
In the house, okay?
Man, that's what I'm talking about. So Luxe Cigars, right? What prompted you to name it Luxe Mobile Cigar Lounge?
So like I said, you know, I have a business partner, Calvin Jenkins, and he's pretty much like a big brother, a mentor.
Shout out to Calvin.
Man, Calvin is the goddamn man, and I will say that every single day. Calvin's the man. And man, so to talk about my business, man, me and Calvin, man, we kind of are unique in our business partnership, man, because we kind of got this beautiful marriage. Calvin knows business like the back of his hand, head, body, bed, car. I mean, he knows business. You know, I know cigars. And, you know, the marriage there, and he smokes. We both smoke, you know. I teach him about cigars. He teaches me about business. He teaches me about cigars, you know, and the marriage is beautiful there, man. So thank God for Calvin. But yeah, man, so Luxe Mobile Cigar Lounge, the name came about. I think me and Cal, we spent probably a month coming up with a name. I mean, just going, I mean, we were literally, to this day, we were laughing about it last night at the lounge. We were like, you know, we were telling people, we talk all day long. If we're not on the phone, we texting. If we're not texting, we messaging on Facebook. We send.
That's pretty hard to do because you don't really respond back too often.
Yeah, and you know, and it's crazy because I'm at work, you know, then I get off and go to the lounge, and you know, we're constantly sending, you know, ideas or whatever. But we talk about, you know, shooting ideas back for a name about 3 weeks, man. And then he shot the name Luxe, and I'm like, damn it, that's it. That's it right there. That's gonna work. That got the vibe, you know. It's nice. I'm like, that's it. So, you know, we're just shooting back ideas, man, back and forth. I think we ran about 25 different names, man.
Yeah. You know, what a lot of people don't understand too is that, like, branding is everything. You know what I mean?
Everything.
If the name is not catchy, if the name don't make sense, I remember, but you know, a lot of people don't know that before it was Dapper D's cigars.
Yeah.
It was DNR cigars.
Yeah.
A lot of people like, what's this, Dr. Cigars or Dominican Republic cigars, and I'm like, nah, it's, me and my wife. Speaking of me and my wife, shout out to my beautiful wife for going ahead and giving me that wave on the comment box.
Shout out to your wife, man.
That's my number one supporter, man.
That's
As long as she watches, I'm good to go.
That's how
But
it's supposed to be.
we went back and forth, and a lot of people be like, once I hung up my Navy uniform, boy, I went into the route that I really wanted to go. Like I always, this is me dressed down type deal. I'm always, looking at trying to have my mannerism, my statue up here. And I think you do that by your appearance, right? Not only your personality, but your appearance is what somebody sees. A lot of people don't understand that 7 seconds is all it takes for somebody to judge you. So
make a judgment.
I'm always up there, when it comes to my stuff. So I was talking to my guy I had on last week, and we're about to get into business partners. And he was like, "Man, Jack, you got to change that name, man. That name is terrible." And I was like, "My God, you couldn't say it friendly." Like, dang, it's terrible. He was like, "Man, why won't you do like Dapper or something?" I'm like, "Man, I don't know about that." And then I brought it to my wife, and I said, "Man, Janelle told me my name sucked." And I was like, he said something about Dapper. She was like, it was like a deer in the headlight look. Dapper D's. And I was like, holy no, that makes sense. So, when you think of something Dapper, you think of something luxury. When you think of something luxe, you think of something luxury. And the appeal, the sex appeal that goes to that, it got a flow. And I think that's one thing that you got going on. But not only do you got that going on, but you said something before that, you just got to hook on to, man. Having a great business partner or a business mentor is everything. Because at the end of the day, my brother, you are still young. I'm still young. We don't know everything. We're still learning. These people that are 50, 60 years old, they done been through some stuff. You know what I mean? And a lot. Back in the day, they used to say a hard head make a soft ass. And when you get through, it don't work like that. It makes a sore ass. That mug get hurt because you're gonna keep falling on that mug. And when you got somebody older around you that can just preach and pour into you, some great values, and you're able to run, you're gonna develop, and the way you're gonna build Luxe Cigar Lounge, a mobile cigar lounge, and then when you get bigger, you're gonna make Luxe Cigar Lounge is somewhere in Charleston, South Carolina. And then once you do that Charleston, South Carolina, when you're gonna build in somewhere else, more of the story is what I'm getting is you're gonna have the knowledge, understand how to build that.
100%, man. 100%.
And I think that's everything, brother. I think that's everything. One thing I'm curious about.
What's up?
How do you figure out where you're gonna go? And for everybody before we go to that question, let's take a step back. So for anybody that's looking into getting into whether it's the mobile cigar lounge or the food truck business or whatever the case may be, what is some advice you would give them on how to make sure that they already set up for success once they go out there?
So one of the ways that we, decide where we're going to go is, like, we're August 4th, we just hit a month in business. And we've been kind of having regular spots that we go to. So we've been pairing up with different spots. We have this prime location that we go to, we meet at on Thursdays. And everyone knows we're going to be there on the Thursday. We post it on our social media. And then there's a neighborhood called Cane Bay, which is about 15 minutes away from my house. I mean, it's this huge neighborhood, man. I mean, own grocery store, whole entire 9 yards, man. We go there every Friday night. So people know, okay, we're going to be here every Friday night, unless we have an event booked, like a private event. So on the business side of things, man, we do private events and then we dock. So whether your private event is, you want to have, 10 friends at the house, okay, we're going to be there. Just this last Wednesday, We did a private event with a law firm down here, David Ayler Law Firm. He had a groundbreaking because he was building a new building for his law firm. So that's a private event. We were out there for his groundbreaking. I mean, so it just so it just depends. So we do private events, and then we dock certain places as well. And so we also have a membership. So people are like, okay, how does a mobile cigar lounge have a membership? Y'all ain't even got lockers. So for our membership, man, it's like $20 a month, something like that. And it comes with 10% off of the purchases, $100 off of the rental, and then you get a free cigar a month. And then for all of our private events, you're invited to. So unless it's like a wedding or something like that. But if we have like a private social gathering and, you know, the person who's in charge of that social event who rented us out, so it's okay to go. Our members are allowed to come as well. So.
And that makes sense. You know, that's the same kind of deal that they do in the cigar lounges.
Yeah.
But obviously, it's all about exclusivity. You know what I mean? You know, a lot of people don't understand is that business is a problem-solving equation.
It is.
Right? Yeah. You have a problem, you insert your business, and you get your solution. It's whatever the product that you sell, right? Yeah. And I think, you know, I think what burns people out is going to the old boring spot, or going to a spot that never has events, or going to a spot that never freaking has deals, or going to a spot that members lounge is not really popping, or you know they don't have poker night, they don't have dominoes. You know what I mean? Yeah. Going to one of those lounges like that, and they get dried up in it. So anytime something new pops up, they're like a squirrel. Where? I'm gone. Where we going? And I think, you know, for everybody that's watching, trying to figure out why Luxe Mobile Cigar Lounge has a membership, you got to understand that anytime Luxe pulls out, they can have you in any type of theater they want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you could be in the parking lot of a luxury hotel, or next day you can be next to a pond enjoying some fish and fishing and having a sit, whatever the case may be. Yeah. And that's the luxury side to it. You know what I mean? You don't have to worry about the events, because what you're doing, the spontaneous locations is what's allowing you to change it up. And people are always gonna follow spontaneous.
And they do, man. It's crazy, man. Like we've already established regulars. I mean, they follow us. I mean, I don't care if we're docking in Somerville, downtown Charleston, North Charleston. We see their car, they pull up. We have a lady, her name is Queenie. She lives in Charlotte. That's a 3-hour drive, man.
3-hour drive to where you at?
Yes, and she will look at our page, and we've been open a month, and she's popped up to like 4 events already.
Man, that's dedication. That's what I'm talking about.
Just pop up, and I'm like, that's Queenie car. That's Queenie car. Oh shit, that's what's up.
But you know, she not just popping up because she want to drive 3 hours away to go smoke a cigar and pass up 17 different other cigar lounges. Okay. She comes because of your personality. I mean, it's like I told you when we first talked. It's it's something when you guide leads your direction. You know what I mean? And like we two young brothers that I mean, I see you, I know you see me. We all see each other, and it's like it's like always something. You know what I mean? When you can do that. Yeah. Sorry, I took a pause because one of my guys is in South Carolina, lives in Moet Corner. You familiar with that?
Moet Corner or Monk's Corner?
Monk's Corner, yeah, that one.
Man, that's where I live at, man. I lie to you not.
You say that's where you live at?
I'm sitting in Monk's Corner right now.
Hey, there you go, Alan. That's one of my, one of the guys that comes out all the time, and we actually served in the Navy together, and he moved back to South Carolina. So Alan Nichols, he is out there right now. You need to go ahead and follow him on Luxe Mobile Cigar Lounge, which is also scrolling by, and go check him out, bro.
That's funny, man.
It is crazy. How ironic, and that's crazy. Like, I'm like, it's literally popping up, and I'm like, what? But anyway, what I was getting to is that you know, when you're able to diversify yourself, you know, it's really great for business. You know what I
Yeah, it
mean?
is.
So, and outside of that, I asked the question that I wanted to get to. You got to my first question first, but I
Okay.
wanted you to get to that second. But we're gonna
Okay.
go back to the one originally. So your type of business is more of a like a moving company, right? You know,
It
most of the
is.
time, and this is usually the start of it, right?
Yeah.
This is, I mean, personally, I think this is a genius way to start a business because the out of pocket expenses are very minimum,
Yeah.
as well as you're able to establish a clientele base. So when you do open up a brick and mortar,
Yeah.
you have that clientele base. So, what would you tell somebody that's looking to really start off in like the mobile, either food lounge, cigar lounge, hair salon, nail tech? What are some advice you would give them when looking at the different trailers or RVs or whatever the case may be?
I would say factor in all costs. And number one, you don't have to buy the latest and the greatest to make that vibe or to give it that vibe or that splash or whatever the case it is you want to call it that you want in your business. You know, you got somebody, if you can go out and spend $50,000 on a fifth wheel, then if that's you, go ahead and spend $50,000 on a fifth wheel.
Right.
But if all you got is $2,500 to throw at a trailer, you know, a food truck, $3,000 to throw at a food truck, and make it work. Um, and I think the biggest thing too is, you know, have a set budget, you know, because we had a budget we were going, we said, this is where we're going to stay at. We're not going more than this. You know what I'm saying? And abide by that budget. And then second, I think the biggest thing that helped us out the most is marketing. Marketing and focusing on customers. Marketing and focusing on customers. So, like, you know, you walk in our, I mean, it's the little things that people notice in our business. Like, you know, when you first walk inside of the lounge, the mobile lounge, we have lemon lime water that's fresh every time we pull up to clean your palate when you go in there. You know, we have a squirt mouthwash dispenser. You know what I'm saying? We have, you know, direct TV, and people they walk inside and they're like, you know, oh, I did not expect all of this to be in this 28-foot trailer.
Yeah.
You know, and we focus, we pay attention to every customer. You know, so we give you a back. And so I say, get to know your customers, get to know your product. And it'll work out for you, man. Get to know your customers and get to know your product. Because you can't sell somebody something you don't know about.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't want to sell a product to someone that you don't know them.
Yeah.
So get to know both. So yeah.
Yeah. You know, marketing is key. Like a lot of people fail to neglect that. I mean, it's not fail to neglect. They neglect that part of the business. Like marketing and advertising. And this is the crazy part about it. I'm gonna give you some right now.
Yeah.
There is maybe like out of all the cigar lounges in the United States, there's probably like 20 that actually make it. The rest of them feels like there's no point of putting money out the actual budget, an advertisement fee, or a marketing fee. Well, I got something for you because not only do Dapper D's here we market, we do stuff like this podcast. We bring people on like Luxe Mobile Cigar Lounge, which the only way we was able to find him was based off of his marketing. That's how people find your business. If you're not, I don't get. You can have the dopest cigar lounge or the dopest business in the world. If you do a lick marketing, literally nothing on marketing, you're gonna be scratching pennies.
Yep, and it'll do you no good if nobody knows about you. Yep, I agree 100%, 100%.
And that's like one of them things that I never understood it. Like, you know, so speaking of marketing, let's take a little detour. Now you're the product guy, but you're also the marketing guy, right? I found out that you had a business partner through somebody else that talked to your business partner. Like when I say connections go deep, you know, when we're a cigar lounge, I mean a cigar industry, you know people that know people that know people. You know what I mean? But one thing I would say is people wouldn't even know you have a cigar partner because you're the face, you're the marketing behind it. Have you always had that type of marketing experience, or is this something that you like? I got social media accounts. I'm gonna go ahead and push it as much as I can.
I mean, I think for me, like my business partner, man, like I guess we both, man. Like I'll tell you this, man. Between he and I, we bring the people out, man. I don't know how we do it, but we bring the people out. I mean, this guy.
Yeah.
So I'm back history. My business partner, he's owned multiple clubs. I mean, so he's been in the entertainment industry for a good little minute. So he can give it a whole spin up on that, and pretty much he teaches me the marketing part. You know, he teaches me the marketing part, but just to be 100% honest, a lot of that I'm just being myself. I guess I say it come naturally, but I'm not even thinking about it. I'm just doing it.
Just doing it.
So yeah, and that's what it is. You know, I'm constantly posting pictures of me smoking. I mean, you know, and at Luxe Mobile Cigar Lounge, you know. So the back history on the name, the Banker. So you know, that name was given to me, and I went smoking about earlier this year, and a lady who smokes as well, Miss Toya Gooding, she gave me that name, the Banker. She would always call me the Banker, the Banker, the Banker. So one day I'm like, hey, Toya, I like that name. It got a nice ring to it. I said, I'm gonna take it. I said, like, she said, go ahead. That's why I call you it. So again, man, from like February, it came to Johnny the Cigar Banker. So I've been marketing that ever since, man.
Yeah. And you have to come up with something that is catchy. Like honestly, Darian is not the catchiest thing in the world. You know what I mean? It's like Darian. Who the hell is Darian? Yeah, you know, Dapper D, Jack the Cigar through this, and that's really my way of doing it. You know, a lot of people don't understand. They be like, "Why you do Jack? What's the purpose of that?" We stay here and you do 10 years in the military. Name is and people always be like, Jack, what's up, man? Jack this, Jack that. And I'm like, Jack is my name. So when I introduce people, I hate because my wife would go be like, oh yeah, that's Darian. That's my husband, Darian. I'm like, I'm Jack. You know what I mean? Like, don't be saying that to do my government name.
Oh man. Hey, man,
I'm like, man, my name ain't no Darian. Like, who is that?
Man, listen, you know what's funny, going back to the marketing, man. Going back to the marketing, when you asked me, you like, so is Baker your last name? That's good.
I asked you that.
That's outstanding.
I was like, oh, this is the last name. That's like that's some dope stuff. You know what I mean? That's not you hear nobody saying their name. What's your last name? Banker.
Yeah.
Banker. Yeah. Want to control all your money, Banker.
Yeah. That's outstanding, man. Yeah.
So what is the vision for Luxe Mobile Cigar Lounge? I know your if your goal is to stay in the mobile cigar lounge industry, tell us what's your future progressions, or what's the goal for you guys?
The ultimate goal is to go brick and mortar, and to be completely honest, man, one of the reasons, so we were looking, me and Calvin, my business partner, we were looking when we first started talking about going brick and mortar. But when this whole COVID shit started spinning up and all that we were like, okay, let's revamp, let's plan again. And I messaged him and I was like, you ever thought about a mobile lounge? And we started chopping it. And man, I lie to you not, me and Cal, we saw a trailer in Atlanta. And I'm like, okay, this would be dope. This is nice. It's had electricity, cosmetic stuff. We'd have to do a couple work in it, man. And I'm like, okay, Cal, what you think? The next week, we drove to Atlanta to pick up that trailer. The next week. And since then, it's been, nothing but, my business partner, Cal, man, he always says it's no breaks. And I kind of adopted it. It's been no breaks since the time we picked up that damn trailer until today. No goddamn breaks.
You take a break when you get successful.
Yeah.
And that's what scares a lot of people off in their business. Because they like, where my day off at? Your day ain't off. You may not have a day off for the next 3-4 years.
Yeah.
Every day might be a 12 to 15-hour day.
Yeah.
But you ain't got nobody that's gonna come in and do what you need to do for your business.
Yep. If you don't do it, it ain't gonna get done.
And when you got a business partner That's the best way to do it because they pushing you. When you get lackadaisical, they put, hey man, what you doing?
Yeah.
My wife be on me. My wife stay on me. Man, hey, look, not saying I get lackadaisical, boy. When I put pedal to the metal, put pedal to the metal, and I'm gone.
It's a wrap. It's a wrap.
And that's it. I don't stop until I get to my destination. And my destination right now is Japan, and I'm still trying to figure out how, when I get to California, how I'm gonna drive this mug across the Pacific Ocean. You feel me?
That's it. That's it.
So we still got some work to do on that. But that's what I'm getting to is the metaphor behind that was like, man, we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. Everybody like, man, you know, oh, I didn't know you was gonna make this thing as big as it is. And I said, why not?
Why not?
Why not?
Why not?
Because COVID-19, COVID is that's a small equation.
Yep.
What a lot of people don't understand is WhatsApp, Uber, all these other big companies that you're using right now started in 2008.
Yeah.
That was the worst time to start a business.
Worse, yes.
And now we're about to get into the worst time to start a business. But it's also the best time because if you can make it by, you can develop the clientele. You can. This is an industry right now that's doing good. I mean, companies that had poor second quarter last year are freaking making profits in their second quarter.
Yeah. Yes.
So this is an industry where you already know this is going to be consistent because there's no small rollers here. You know what I mean? There ain't no nickel dime or smoke. You're gonna spend $5 to $7 on a cigar.
Yeah.
I mean, you add that up and just say you do that a day, man. You talking almost $2,100 a month.
Yes.
So what I'm getting to is I mean not 21, 210. Sorry, math was kind of off. But what I'm getting to is this stuff is gonna add up. It's gonna add up. And what a lot of people don't understand is when you're in the cigar industry, it ain't about going to the lounge smoking a cigar or buying a cigar and then smoking it. You're gonna. This is a hobby that you're gonna fall in love with, like golf.
It's a lifestyle, man. It's a lifestyle.
Do you golfer that missed the golf course on Saturday?
No.
No. They don't care what it costs to play there. They gonna be there.
Oh man.
They don't just like the cigar enthusiast. Man, a real cigar enthusiast, he gonna find a way.
He gonna find a way to get that.
He gonna find a way.
Okay, come on now. Come on now. Listen.
And that's one thing that don't scare me. And I know it don't scare you because now you're looking at it. And I know you said it before. You know, we re-backpedaled and we did this. You didn't want to be in lose a major investment. But now you understand from having the cigar lounge, the mobile cigar lounge. Do you really think you're gonna lose?
No, man.
No.
Listen, man, it's crazy. Like me and my business partner were just talking about this yesterday because we had an event yesterday. And as we were wrapping up, cleaning up, we were like, man, it's been one hell of a month. For a first month, man, it's been one hell of a month.
Man.
I mean, just killing it. I mean, just sometimes booked up five days a week, man, just back to back to back to back to back. One time I was at work, man, because I still work my civilian job. I work for the government. I'm a contractor. And at like 4 o'clock, my business partner calls me. He's like, hey, man, someone wants to know if we can book them for 7:30 tonight. And I was like, why not? Shit, I ain't got nothing else to do.
Hell yeah.
That motherfucking trailer out there. Shit, yeah. That's what we did.
Hey, look.
Yeah.
You'll sleep once that $1 million hit your bank account.
That's it. That's it.
That's when you sleep.
Yep.
Until then, it's eat time.
It's grind. It's grind.
It's eat time, day in and day out. And a lot of people don't have that hustle. Yeah. I had a special guest on a couple weeks ago, and it's all about the grind, man. That's something that we talked about. Yeah. Is a lot of people want to get to business, but don't have a hustle about them to be in business. Mm-hmm. You content with making $100,000. You know what $100,000 a year is? That's $254 a month. I mean a day.
A day.
You can make $254 a day. You can make $100,000 a year.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, that just says something. You know what I mean? When you go in business, I'm not going in business to make those $254 a day.
Yeah.
I'm going in business to make $1,300 a day.
Yes. Yes.
To make $1,800 a day, and eventually make $3,000 a day. You know what I mean? And that's the part you gotta That's the part that you gotta know ain't gonna come tomorrow.
Nope.
It ain't gonna come. It ain't gonna come next week.
It ain't come next year. You gotta keep on grinding, man.
A lot of people, you know, I lost my website in May 8th.
Yeah.
And I was so shocked. I was so shocked on how much support and on how well my website did.
Yeah.
In just 2 months. In 2
Yeah.
months. And you know, this can be a whole game changer.
Yes. Yes.
It can be a game changer. But when you think that, okay, I could be content with that, but at the end of the day, what I'm looking at is that's a fraction of what I want to make a year with everything rolling. That's just one piece.
Yeah.
So I think what y'all going on right now, man, it's a hell of an idea. It's a hell of a plan. And as you see, you know, when you go and do some things and just go on the faith that God has told you about.
That's all, man. Listen.
You're gonna be successful, bro.
That's all.
You ain't gotta worry about nothing.
You know, we talked about it. We talked about that. Yeah. Yes.
You ain't gotta worry about it.
Yes. Yes.
We a lot of people in this industry, they get really wishy-washy.
Yeah.
They feel like we gonna come take their customers.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to tell you something. Like, we live in two different areas. I told him when I first met him, I didn't know this guy from a piece of paint on the wall.
Yeah.
He blended in. But I told him, whenever you decide to go into the lounge area, you ready to open up a lounge, let me know. I will walk you through it.
Yep. Yep.
I will walk you through. And I promise you, on this show right now, that you can go back and watch. To be like, Jack, you said that. Yep. I will walk you through every single piece of it because there's not too many people in business right now willing to do that.
Yep. Yep. And you made a really good point, man. Because one of our mentors, man, is Preston Gray down at Taylor Smoke, and we went there. Like, I think it was last month we went there, and you know, Preston and one of his operations guy, man, Louis. You know, they both said the same thing. They said, you know, I'm not in competition with the cigar shop down the road or the cigar shop across town. You know why? Because we all breed in new cigar smokers.
Yep.
All of us. You know, so if a new cigar smoker come in my shop or come in the one down the road, the next day they might flip-flop. You know, but we breed in new cigar smokers. We all making money in this game here. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is.
You know, one thing I like about the military is during our eval cycle, when you get to a certain pay grade, you're no longer competing with your peers.
Nope.
You're competing with everybody. Yep. And I'm talking about everybody in the organization. So you're not worried about, I tell people all the time, I'm not worried about the people in Jacksonville.
No.
I wasn't worried about the people in my department.
You're worried about all the E6s and E7s.
Man, how can I get on our international radar?
Yeah.
How can I be the next Corona cigar?
Yeah.
How can I be, you know, whatever the case may be? How can I do that?
Yeah.
And when you have that mindset that's so massive that a lot of people in the beginning stage like, man, I don't want to touch that. I don't want to touch that. I only go for the big dogs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it's like, if I train you or I teach the next person, whoever it is, to go get the big dog, then guess who's going to be the big dog?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, why we need to hear it's going to eventually come a time. It's either put up or shut up. That's it.
That's it. That's it.
That's it.
Yep.
So, you know what, brother? I tell you what. You know, I sat down with some owners of some cigar lounges out here in Jacksonville. You know, one was, as my boy said, you chop up the meat and spit out the bones, right?
Yeah, that's it.
You figure out what's real, what ain't real.
Yeah.
And I realized something, that when you have a strategy, right? I'm not talking like I'm gonna just open up a shop here, but you have the strategic reason on why you're going to open up this, and you can list A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, all the way to Z on why you're gonna open up here. it's a different ball game.
Yeah.
And just like I told you, because just FYI, black smokers in Miami, my man Johnny the Baker and Luxe Cigar gonna be there.
We gonna be there. That's for sure. We gonna be
And
there.
so is Japanese Mobile
Yeah.
Cigar Lounge. They're gonna
We
be
gonna
there.
out there. Yeah,
And we're gonna be right next to each other.
That's it. All
Fellas,
day. Yeah.
you know, and it's one love. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, let's do what we do.
Yeah.
And then bring everything together. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
the biggest thing that we got to have is unity, brother.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sir.
Unity of the sticks, brothers of the sticks means something. It doesn't mean that, hey man, you're busy on, I'm busy on, man. I gotta make the money. What you talking about?
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's make money together because you make money, I make money. We all winning in the same
We all
industry.
eating, man. We all eating.
That's
we
it.
All eating.
That's it. Man, so one last thing that I really want to get into, right?
It's good, bro.
Is, you know, understanding the Luxe Mobile Cigar Lounge, understanding your business partners' background in the club scene. What is one thing that Luxe Cigar Lounge is going to bring that is different than what's already in the Charleston, South Carolina area?
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Before you even finish your question, I already had the answer, man. One of our biggest things that we kind of harp on, man, is quality service. Because I'll tell you this, one of my favorite cigar tenders down here, he works at a cigar shop called Havana Club. His name is Gary. Gary been in the cigar game for a little minute. You know, he just moved down here from Hong Kong about 6 months ago. And he and his wife have lived in Hong Kong for the past 20 years. He's a business owner. He owned 10 organic food shops in Hong Kong, sold it and came back to the U.S. Yeah. And he told us, we chopped it up with him all the time, and he told us, he said, Johnny, listen to this. He said, cigars are a luxury item.
Absolutely.
Okay? So the fact that someone is willing to drive to your cigar shop, spend their hard-earned money on a cigar, this luxury item, there should be no reason why you do not provide them with a quality, luxury, memorable experience. Because they made a conscious decision to come to you, to your establishment, their business, spend their money. There should be no reason why they did not leave your business with a memorable experience. No reason. So it's quality service. I want you to come inside this lounge and say, man, I ain't never been treated like this before in a cigar shop. Man, this is the nicest cigar shop I've ever seen. Man, the quality of service, man, the knowledge of your cigar tenders. Man, if you got a bar, the knowledge of your bartenders, man. The cleanliness of the cigar shop, man. I've never been in a smoke shop like this. I'm going to come back. I'm going to spend my money here again and again and again. And now you got a customer.
Yeah. Now you got a fan. That's not a customer anymore. You got a fan because now no matter where you go, they're coming.
And to make it even better, now you got to market into it.
Yeah, you got somebody that's gonna market.
Yep.
So as we wrap up this segment, man, give us a shout out of your grand opening, where they can find your grand opening. Give us your schedule on where they can find you Monday through Friday or Monday through Sunday, whatever the case may be.
For sure, man. So yeah, if you follow our Facebook page, man, it is at Luxe Mobile Cigar Lounge. We dock either the night before or sometimes the week before. We dock where we're going to be at that week or the next day. As far as the grand opening is, the grand opening is September 6th from 4 to 11 at Charleston, South Carolina. Man, I'm telling you right now, it's going to be in North Charleston, on Foster Road, man. And I'm telling you, man, we got 2 live bands scheduled. And I love live music. These bands are nasty.
Yeah.
Oh, they nasty, man. So we got 2 live bands, man. We got like 3 or 4 food trucks, and it's tailgate style, man. Bring a tent, or bring a car. We selling tickets, man, to 10 by 10 spaces where you can pull up, do what you got to do, or if you just want to walk around, man, do whatever you got to do, man. And I'm telling you, it's gonna be a party. It's gonna be a party, man. So if you follow Luxe Mobile Cigar Lounge page, all the information is available there. You go on our website once you get to our page, man. And the first thing you see, you click on our website, It's gonna be a party, man. It's gonna be a good time.
Yeah, so I see you. You're from 4 to 11. It's going to be in Charleston, South Carolina. Like you said, if you go to Luxe Mobile Cigar Lounge .com, you will see it pop up soon as it gets
As soon as
there.
we get there.
I mean, the information is for you. If you're in the South Carolina, the Charleston area, or let alone in the South Carolina state, man, this is a place that you want to be, man. We're a month out from it, and this is definitely somewhere that you want to go pop into. Me and my wife is even considering coming down there. I think it'll be a great experience for us. And the only thing is, we have to either do a live segment there,
We
or
got to.
try to make it work. You know what I mean? I
We
think
got
it'll be
to.
great.
Man, listen, man.
Go ahead.
Oh no, I was telling you, man, we're gonna be more than able to do it, man. Me and my business partner, we hired a couple cigar tenders, man, to run the lounge for us, so we can be free to socialize and network and talk to people, man. So we in there, yeah.
Man, I think this is going to be a great experience. So Nick, my boy Alan, that's out there in South Carolina, then make sure you're there September 6th, and also go follow them on their page at Luxe Mobile Cigar Lounge on Instagram as well as in Facebook, man. Johnny, man, it's been great
It's
talking
been a
to you.
pleasure.
I really do appreciate it. I know you had some things going on
You know
prior
it, man.
to,
You know it. But we got
but I'm
right.
glad we're able to make it work, man.
You know it, man. We bounced back, man.
And I can't wait to pull up on you in your spot, and I can't wait for you to come to Jacksonville, man.
I'm ready.
We're definitely gonna show you some great quality customer service.
That's
That
it.
is one of my biggest pet peeves. So just know that you're going to be treated well, just like I know I'm gonna be treated well when I come out there, buddy.
You know it, man. You know it. Listen, man, before we get off, I saw that live you did of the building, man, and it's like raw structure, man, and you went to the back patio, and I showed my business partner. I'm like, yeah, we making a trip to that pond out there.
Hey, it's a game changer.
Yo,
Ain't nobody in Jacksonville doing it like that, man.
that's nasty, man.
Ain't nobody in Jacksonville doing it like that. I came to show up and show out.
That's nasty, man. Oh man, I love it.
Hey, but we gonna have you out here, man. With that being said, Johnny, thanks so much for stopping by. You got one last gem. I don't care what it is. It don't have to be cigar related, business related.
Yeah.
You got one last gem that you can drop on the people before you go ahead and depart us for the night.
Hey man, you already know it. Keep God first. That's it. Keep him first.
Absolutely. And with that being said, man, that's Johnny the Baker. Man, go ahead and follow him on all his social media platforms. They're right here at the bottom, at Luxe Mobile Cigar Lounge, at the Cigar Banker on IG, at Johnny the Cigar Baker on Facebook, man. Johnny, it was a great having you on the virtual smoke deck, man. I can't wait to see you, brother.
It's been a pleasure, man. You know it.
All right, brother. One. Man, if y'all don't understand anything from all that we have did today, is one thing is true about business. Networking is key. Networking is key. It does not matter if they can be of value to you or they cannot be of value to you. At the end of the day, you have to understand that networking is everything, and you must put your money and your time into that networking, into that marketing piece. If y'all don't know, for anybody that is not familiar, go shop DapperDCigars.com for all your cigar needs and wants at affordable pricing, and follow us on Dapper D Cigars on Facebook as well as on IG as well. And you can also follow your boy Jack the Cigar Enthusiast on Instagram for all the updated content of what's going on with Dapper D's. Also, if you don't know, we're doing a live giveaway on the 29th of August on our virtual live smoke deck. In order to go ahead and apply for that chance to win or subscribe for that chance to win, go to DapperDCigars.com. The first thing that pops up is your name, your email, and that enters you into the subscription. We would do that live on the 30th. I said the 29th, but the 30th at 7:30 p.m. The 29th is actually the last time you can subscribe. This is something that we do every single month to not only bring you that fire, but also thank you for your subscription and your support to Dapper D's. Like anything that we got going on, man, We appreciate everything that you guys do to support us week in and week out. If you haven't already, go subscribe on YouTube to my YouTube channel, Jack the Cigar Enthusiast. We update content every Wednesday as well as live on every Sunday. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed Johnny the Cigar Baker, and I hope you guys enjoyed this version of the Cigar Virtual Smoke Day. With that being said, I'm Jack the Cigar Enthusiast, and I'm gone.